Wednesday and happy Halloween.
What's
Eve.
up, everyone?
We are live on Facebook. This is Spider Girl coming at you.
And this is the Amazing Panda.
Well, we love to do Halloween up big here at Mike Staff Productions, so we pulled out some costumes to, show a little Halloween love today, the day before. We're going to have a big Halloween lunch tomorrow with all of our co-workers, and so we just thought we'd have a little fun since today's the day before, and we certainly hope you're getting ready for trick-or-treating, even though it's going to be a little rainy.
A little rainy, but let's be honest. This is Michigan.
Look, if
this
you
is
want
nothing
candy,
new.
if you
gotta
want
earn
candy,
it.
you got to get out there and earn it. So anyway, with that being said,
and tomorrow, I would definitely be checking our Instagram stories because I think you're going to see
Yes.
a lot of very
Yes.
random Mike Staff Productions costumes from our team.
yes, we're going to have a costume change for our Halloween party tomorrow, so
Yep.
definitely follow along on social media. Actually, there's a link to our Instagram post right here in the Facebook Live post. So if you're not following us yet, check it out. We have a ton of fun behind the scenes, and tomorrow is going to be no exception.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you trust a panda and a Spider-Man girl.
So we'll change
to
it
be
up. Here's who you're
planning.
used to seeing.
Okay, let's fix the hair. Yeah.
Gonna comb the
How
beard
do
a little bit. You fix your hair, I'll fix the hair I
Okay,
have.
all right. We're looking good. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Here we are. We're talking about wedding planning each and every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we highlight a venue. Sometimes we talk about tips and tricks and ways to make planning easier. And today really, again, is no exception. We're going to be talking about the benefits and the process of working specifically with Mike Staff Productions, which we
Yes.
haven't done yet.
No, we haven't. And we're going to talk about how that process goes from when you come in for a meeting,
Yep.
through the booking process, all the way to your wedding, and all that time in between. We're kind of, like we said before, people don't know, like, do I do anything? Do I not? Do I wait? And
Right.
there's a lot of unknowns. We're going to tackle those.
Exactly. So we've got a bunch of videos, graphics, all kinds of things
Absolutely.
to show you. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comment box. We've got Natalie from our marketing team monitoring any comments or questions you have, and she'll throw them at us as we get going. So we're kind of going to be entering into the holiday season,
Yeah.
and that's a huge engagement time.
It is. It is a big time.
Everyone's going to be showing off the rings and going, oh my gosh, now what do I do?
Yep.
And so when you start narrowing down and looking for vendors that you want to work with, you're probably going, okay, what's the process? How involved, how in-depth does it have to be? Do I just Google search? How do I choose? The questions are endless.
Right.
And so we really, at Mike Staff Productions, try to make that process, the decision process, as easy and as pressure-free and stress-free as possible by coming in for an appointment.
We try to simplify it all.
Absolutely.
Make it easier for our clients to one-stop shop a majority of their vendors,
Right.
but also to make the whole process from start to finish simple.
Yep. And there's kind of a pressure-free tactic to
Yes.
all of this. We don't want you to feel like you have to use us, you have to go with us for everything.
Not at all.
But when you do, there are major, major benefits. So we've got a couple of things we're going to show you. So let's kick things off. You're going to see Kurt, who sometimes sits next to me when
Yeah.
we talk about our venues. He's going to take you on a little office tour and show you what the appointment process is like. So if you are shopping and you're looking for a place to start, this video is for you. Check it out.
Welcome to Mike Staff Productions. My name's Kurt Cologne, and today I'm going to give you a tour. So come with me, let me show you around. So of course we want you to be comfortable. So when you arrive, take a seat in our lobby, grab a drink. We have coffees, we have cold beverages, and also take a seat and take a look at some of our recent video work and photo work. We'll be down in just a moment, take you upstairs, and showcase all the different options we have for your wedding. So this is our setup. We want to make it comfortable. We have you guys come upstairs, take a seat on the couch, we'll showcase our talent, and I promise you this, we are going to have a fun conversation. It's going to be a fun meeting. We're not going to be cheesy or pressure you to hire our company. We just simply want to show you what we're capable of and what we do, and let you guys decide from there. Well, now that I was able to give you a brief overview of what the Mike Staff Productions office looks like, let me tell you why it might make sense to meet with us. We are fortunate. We have a fantastic team of award-winning photographers, DJs, and videographers. And as much as I want you to, connect with the work, I want you to connect with the people that are responsible for it. So if you take off maybe an hour and 15 minutes off your calendar, we're going to be able to show you the different DJs that are available for your date, also the different photographers, and also show you video work from your property as well. So picking out the DJ is a huge important decision for the success of your reception. So I think it's super important to make sure you get a good vibe from the DJ. Make sure you know about their experience, and it's also important to see them in action. That's exactly why we made profile videos showcasing our DJs, and we allow you to choose a DJ that's the best fit for your reception. We understand how important it is to pick out the perfect photographer for your wedding. We're happy to showcase our albums, also show you a large range of work, cover our styles. We also profile our photographers on video as well. It's important that you get along with the photographer, you get a great personality sense from them, but also make sure you're connecting with a large range of their work. We want to help you pick the perfect photographer for your wedding. Well, you did it. You went on the virtual tour, but the virtual tour is not good enough. We'd like to invite you here to meet with us. Our appointments fill up quick, so we have 2 offices in Metro Detroit, one in Troy and one in Plymouth. Give us a call, give us a text, email us. We'll figure out a time that works to invite you out. We look forward to meeting you and learning about your wedding.
So there's a couple of takeaways we hope you got from that. Number 1, you can pick your wedding DJ, your wedding photographer, and Kurt's hair looks totally different.
That was my biggest takeaway. I was like, look how short his hair is.
Tune in next week if you haven't seen him yet on a Facebook Live. Hair is totally different.
Yeah.
But back to the important things. That is really such a great snippet of what it's like for the meeting process.
Yes.
And you're not going to Starbucks, you're not going to, I don't know, Wendy's or something. You're coming to an
Somewhere in
office.
the living room.
Right. You're coming to a place you can trust.
Yes.
In Troy or Plymouth, and working with people who know the business, know our services, and can answer any question. So it's just such a professional, fun, lighthearted setting. You saw the beautiful offices. There's coffee, there's M&Ms. I mean, we just try to make it fun and easy and enjoyable. Yes. And the cool part is you get to watch profiles. And why is it important? Let's talk photography, since this guy's our director of photography. We'll start there. Why is it important to get a vibe, get to know, see a little bit, learn about your photographer beforehand?
So I think it's really important to remember a couple things about your photographer. There is probably not another vendor on your wedding that's going to spend as much time with you as your photographer, and videographer for that matter. Your DJ you're going to have for the second half of the night, but your DJ, you're not interacting all night with them, right?
Right,
they're doing their thing, they're keeping the party going, they're doing all their amazing work on the mic.
They're kind of hosting.
They're
the
hosting,
party.
right? But they're not like interacting back and forth all night with you. Whereas the photographer and videographer, you're interacting with them the whole day.
Right.
Questions back and forth. How do you want this? How do you want that? You're trying to capture the day as they want it to unfold. So personality is a big play on that, because you could get someone that is an amazing photographer, but you don't vibe with them. It's going to be an awkward day.
It's all about feeling comfortable and feeling comfortable working with that person, because if you're not on the same page, and your pictures might not turn out good, or you might not think they turned out good because you weren't happy or having fun or comfortable or feeling lighthearted. Okay, so Natalie, let's throw up our first graphic. In case you didn't catch the whole video, here's kind of a summary. Screenshot this. Natalie's going to be putting it on Instagram and in the comments. But this is kind of the big takeaway from a Mike Staff appointment, Mike Staff Productions appointment. You choose your wedding DJ. You're going to watch profile videos of our award-winning DJs in action. Number 1, you're going to get to see what their personality is like, hear their voice, see if it's a good fit. And then you're going to see how DJs handle announcements, introductions, toasts, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to get to see that before you pick somebody. You're not just going to get some random DJ who happens to be available.
Exactly. You're selecting who you're going to work with.
And same with your photographer. You're going to hear the photographers, hear about their passion, their vision, but get familiar with their style, their artistry, and their personality, because photographers are creative people. Everybody has a different style. Everyone has a different take and view on how they shoot weddings, and this way you're going to be able to see, you'll feel it. It's kind of like, I remember when I chose my photographer and DJ, I just had that, I was like, oh, that's her. that's the one I want to work with.
Yeah.
You just get that feeling. And then you can view examples of your work, not only from the photographer that you want to work with, but pictures from your venue too.
Yes.
Super important. And then we're also going to show you wedding video highlights. Let's say you're getting married at the Royal Park or Colony Club or wherever, Bay Point, Glen Oaks. We will show you wedding videos and photography from your venue.
And I think what you just touched on is a really important thing to remind couples is people at times will have this thought process that, oh, I'm going with a bigger company because they're reputable. Am I going to be able to still pick who I want to work with? And the answer is yes. But unfortunately, there are a lot of companies that are larger and they're reputable, but you don't select it. You just kind of say, I'm going to pick this company and they're going to send a qualified photographer. Where that's something that we do pride ourselves on, is that you're selecting that personality, that person that's going to work with you the whole day. You're able to also ask the salesperson questions about them.
Yep.
Like, hey, do you think they'll work with this kind of wedding? Do you think they've experienced that kind of wedding? Because our sales team gets to know our photographers, gets to know our DJs, videographers, so they can speak firsthand on those things.
It's so important to have a hand in choosing who you're working with on your wedding day, understanding the process.
Yeah.
And yes, there may be some great photographers out there that you know that may have their own company, but what's the rest of their process like? When are you going to get your pictures back? Do they have formal calls? We do have formal processes and procedures in place, so you are not left wondering at any point in the planning process. So that's kind of what inspired us to talk about this particular topic today is, what are you guys thinking about and wondering 3 months out from your wedding or right after you book? What happens next? Well, we kind of wanted to shed some light on that. So, okay, you come in for your appointment, you meet with one of our team members, you drink all our coffee, you pick your photographer and your DJ. So then what happens?
Yeah, so then it kind of comes into, we're going to always be sending information. So we try to do as much as we can as a company to educate our clients on the process, on options, things like that. Step one is we're always available by phone and email. All the time. So you can always reach out, all the time. Hey, my email is here all day long. Okay. So you can always reach out if you have questions. Okay, we're always there. Some have called it like a concierge service almost, right? So we're available
100%.
to answer, and we get those questions all the time. I get questions from clients of, hey, my wedding's not for 9 months, but I'm wondering what time I should have the hairstylist show up. That's a really common one I get as director. Or I need help with my timeline because we're trying to figure out, we want to do this, where should we put the ceremony at? I get those questions constantly. But we also will send emails out to our clients about, here's some recommendations for this part of your day. Here's some recommendations for dance music. Here's some recommendations for how to lay your timeline out depending on if you're at a club, if you're at a church, where you're at for your venue.
Bottom line, when you book us, we're not going to ghost you until a month before your wedding. There is a process that we like to keep in touch with you too. We want to let you know what's going on and give you some tips and tricks along the way. So Natalie, let's throw up our next graphic. This is specifically about our photography timeline once you book.
So you see,
walk us through this.
So we've got, so following the booking, because people tend to book photography anywhere on average from, I'd say, 6 to 18 months before the wedding. Some shorter, some longer, right? They all fall in the middle there, right? Normally 6 to 9 months out, if we haven't seen you set up an engagement session, we're going to reach out and just say, hey, just by email, if you're interested in an engagement session, right now's a great time to do it. Let us know if you want to move forward on something like that. Or they might already have it in their package, but not all packages are going to include it. 6 weeks out, we're going to send our photography planner out. The photography planner is a nice detailed sheet we put together, and it's all digital, which is the big thing. There's no handwriting and scanning or taking a picture.
To write
right. You fill it all out digitally. You're going to get a copy of it in your own email also. It's going to go over all the names of your guests. Not your guests, your bridal party.
There you go.
Your family, right? Your main core people that are going to be there.
You're going to want to get those family
you
formals
want the photos,
with.
exactly.
Very nice.
It's going to list your locations, the addresses, the timeline that you're hoping for, right? Your expectation based on what you have so far. It's also going to have a bunch of recommendations of shot ideas. Do you think you want this kind of photo? Do you think you want that kind of photo? For this part of the day, what are your people doing? For that part of the day, what are your people doing?
And then that's something you can reference to if you do have a question. You can go, let me go back to my planner because I do have this information kind of at my fingertips already.
So then, 4 weeks out or 1 month before the wedding, you're going to get a phone call from your photographer. And they're going to contact you, and they're going to start this conversation. First, normally it's just about, how are you? How's the planning going?
Sure.
Let's get to know each other a little bit. And they're going to ask questions unrelated to your wedding. They might ask, how'd you two meet? Tell me the story about it. They're trying to get some insight into your personality, your style, what you're into, how you're going to be on the wedding, how they can help you be relaxed on the wedding and be your natural self.
Absolutely.
Okay?
That's so important.
It's
That's
so
such
important.
a key phone call.
And I always
moment.
tell clients, like, I always open with, hey, before we go into this, do you have questions? What are things I can answer? What are things maybe over the last few months you've been curious about?
Right.
What can I answer for you? And I always get one or two.
Yep.
You know, always like, oh, we're worried about this. It might be something very important. It might be something totally random. That's okay. It's still a question. I want to answer it. Then you're going to go through the timeline. You're going to set the expectations. Your photographer is going to ask you questions about how you want the day captured. What style of photography? If you have a Pinterest board, let me see it. Let me take a look at it. I want to see what's inside your head, right?
Right.
I want to get to know what you want your day to look like, right? And then, because I want to be able to adjust accordingly to that. In that phone call, we're also going to nail down a timeline, okay? In that phone call, we're also going to set up, we don't have it on here, but we also check in the week of the wedding.
Yep.
So as photography, we're also going to check in, and it's a shorter phone call. The week of the wedding is just to verify. Do you need anything? Can I answer any
Are
questions?
you calm?
Is everything okay? Right.
Are you nervous?
Right. You
so
guys,
you are going to get that call 1 month out, and then
1 week
yeah.
of. Yep,
Very
the week
cool.
of the wedding. Exactly.
Very cool.
Then 2 weeks after the wedding, you're going to have preview images.
That's just so
Okay?
cool.
Which
2
is our
weeks,
teasers. 2
14
weeks.
days
Yep,
on
2
Facebook.
Fridays. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
13 days, right? It's the 2 Fridays following.
Yep.
And those of you that follow us on Facebook, you always see those pop up. Normally Friday afternoon, you'll see all the beautiful images our team is creating. I love it.
So
Like,
much
I love
fun.
it. I scroll through
Yeah.
it all the time, not just because of my position, but I love seeing them all.
And you can share, and then seeing the comments come in of just all
Oh,
the
yeah.
excitement, and the bridal party gets tagged in them, and the teasers are a blast.
I
And
love
then-
when we want to see more. We want to see more.
I
I'm
know.
so excited.
12 is, how many, 14?
15.
15's not enough. And then 1 month, you celebrate your 1 month anniversary
Yeah.
with your entire photography gallery.
And if you have an album, you're getting the pre-design of your album right then too.
Right. So we hope that gives you a little clarification
Yeah.
on the timeline. We've got these graphics that we're going to be putting in the comments and on Instagram. So screenshot them so you have an idea of what comes when. We want to be very transparent so you don't feel lost.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, if you have a question on video prior to your wedding or prior to talking to your videographer, Jason's our director of videography. He's always
Right.
there to help.
Right.
Myself, Chris, I'm always available with any photography questions. Or in our sales team, any questions about venues, about locations, DJ questions, they can all answer that. Our sales team all had DJ experience.
Yep.
So they are, wedding is what we do. Like we live it. It's not just a 9 to 5.
Right, exactly.
You
We're
know?
just kind of a hub of information,
Yes.
a wealth of information, and so we want to help you stay organized.
Yep.
We want to help you stay stress-free and
Absolutely.
just feel like you have your questions answered. So we're here. We try to give you as much information as we can, but if there's something we missed or you can't find it, call us, email us. Somebody will have an answer for you.
Get in touch with us. We are here to help out.
Yeah, and that's why we started doing these, to kind of have a casual outlet for you to chime in, ask some questions, watch some stuff about
Yeah.
wedding planning on your lunch break, if you're...
And sometimes answer those questions you don't even know you need to ask.
Right, exactly.
That's a big part of it.
100%. So we've got our office tour video and ways to make an appointment all in the post. So if you have any other questions, check out some of the links in there and drop them in the comments. We're kind of here, always watching those comments and questions and making sure everything gets answered. So
Awesome.
where's the panda heads down there?
I'm sorry. He's coming back.
We have to sign off of the way we started, right?
All right.
Okay,
Am I
okay.
good? My ears straight? Okay. We're good. All right.
All right, with that being said,
Happy Halloween
Happy
tomorrow, guys.
Halloween.
We'll see you next week.
we'll be talking about the Colony Club with the venue spotlight. So check us out every Wednesday right here on Facebook Live. Thank you.